Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I want to begin by thanking God for the opportunity to read for all of you, and I want to thank all of you who have been with me. Thank you so much. Again, I am not at this time requesting any cash donations. However, if you could like, share, subscribe, and make a comment for the algorithm of the channel, I surely would appreciate it. So, I want to begin by talking about miracles now. I can find peace in every breath. So, there are breathing techniques that you can do under different circumstances. When you're going through trials and tribulations and something is bothering you, you need to step back, get some time for yourself and do the breathing techniques of breathing in deep through your nostrils and then exhaling. And you do that several times. Take some time out to think about what's transpiring in your life and dive deep to find out, how did you get to this point? What were the circumstances? What role did you play in where you're at today? As well as when you're finding out that people have betrayed you, you are testing your inner self. It's kind of like realizing that the betrayal happened and realizing that you put so much trust in that person or those people who are in your life who took away your peace, and realizing that it's kind of one of those things where you fit in the box or you don't. And for some of you out there, I would say the majority of you out there who do watch the tarot readings, you're searching for something else in life. You're searching for who you are supposed to be in this lifetime. What is your purpose? It's a hunger. I know for me, I was very hungry about getting to know God. And that's part of my rituals is to take time out and thank God for my life. Thank God for another day that I can do something good. Taking care of myself is a requirement. I cannot take care of my house. I cannot take care of my dog. I cannot take care of myself, because that is self-sabotaging. If I choose to do nothing and I choose to be in a depressed state, then I can't go any further in my life. Depression it's to me saying that your spirit has been broken. It says to me that your mind is not strong enough to think for yourself. And to me, it's your soul crying out to you, saying, look at what's around you. Look at what you're doing to yourself. Know that your spirit wants you to be in your higher self, always protecting your mind, body, and soul, loving your mind, body, and soul, improving your mind, body, and soul, healing your mind, body, and soul. They all go together. So sometimes people live a life that others might find the word that I'm thinking of is regurgitation. When people hold on to the bad things that they've done in their past, it causes a depression. It causes them to not feel good enough. It causes them to question who they really are. So you have to do that and be at peace. You have to do that and to heal yourself is really the most amazing thing. And how do you get your healing? It's through prayer, it's through love, it's through faith, it's through hope. So if you've been watching my community page, I posted a picture of my grandmother. She died when I was 22 years old. Almost 22. I just remember it was like the summer, the late spring or early summer of 1984. And I believe that she carries high places in heaven through her lifetime of talking, writing to everyone she came in contact with about how the Lord has touched her life and how she hopes and wishes the best for everyone she comes in contact with, the unconditional love that she held on to her whole life. So as a descendant of my grandmother had 39 first grandchildren. And now some of them have passed away now. But her prayer was for her children and her grandchildren and generations down, that our lives would be intact. Our life will be full of love and full of understanding, full of wisdom, full of growth, full of abundance. And not many of us has taken on the walk of God. I say the walk of God because we choose to do our best to emulate how we feel God would want us to show ourselves. And, showing kindness every day without expecting anything in return. It's really a hard pill to swallow, because we are all raised to receive something back. And in life, there does have to be that even exchange of energy. So as we go to work, then we get paid for our work. I personally feel that right now I'm still trying to find my way, but I know that God has my back. I know that God will provide me with everything that I need, and I'm taking the steps to make a move. I believe God wants me to go in a different direction. However, there's several directions that I must choose from. The doors of opportunity have been opening to me, and I have to choose wisely, and I have to choose what's best for me. And I believe that my choices are going to, they're going to elevate me or they're going to keep me stagnant. So that's why I have to be careful about what opportunities I choose. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on my mind, body, and soul. So for me to share that with you is a reflection of the things that I too need to work on. Okay? So find your peace in every breath. Okay? So next I have some cards out of the Psychic Tarot. The first one is the 2, mental conflict. So someone might be in a mental conflict. Okay? And it might be the choices. The choices. What choice will you decide to move on? Do you want to work on your money? Do you want a solid relationship? Do you want growth and expansion? And do you want limitless opportunities? Sometimes God will give us all to us, and we have to manage that very carefully. We have to have an understanding that not every day will be perfect, but to never give up. So we have 2-2. The 2 is the balance. Okay. The 2 is the balance. So moving forward, we have the light, which is a 1. It's a 1 because 9 plus 1 is 10. So a new beginning. Be the light to others. Be the light to others. And, realize that if you're in a group of people, say like 20 people, and you want to uplift all of them, you have to know in your heart that the words you speak aren't going to reach all of them. Some of them are going to be closed off. Some of them are not going to be paying attention. Some of them will tell you that you're crazy and you don't know what you're talking about. And you'll have maybe 1 or 2 that say, oh, what he or she is saying is resonating in my life. Maybe I need to look in the mirror at myself. What do I need to fix within my mind, body, and soul to elevate me? And others might be jealous and be out to hurt the words that you're trying to give out, the positive light that you're trying to give out. If they are out to hurt you, that means they're reflecting to you what's really inside of them. So you're talking about very hurt or damaged people, jealous people. Jealousy it's in the world, but we're supposed to balance that out. We're supposed to appreciate when someone's on their way up and say, wow, I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of her. So you'll have 1 or 2 people that say that, and then you'll have, there might be a group that go against it. If you're speaking of God and people are going against your words of God, then they're not really against you, they're against God. And they have to realize when they're spewing out this negativity towards you, that if you are claiming and you're walking the path that the Lord has set in front of you, and people are out to hurt you, to stop you, if they're stopping you, then they're trying to stop God, and that's never going to happen. So far we have 2-2, and then this one is a 1. So we actually have another one, which is love begins. So someone's finding passion within themselves. Maybe they're finding that magical person that they mesh with. Maybe they're healing themselves and having that self-love, and they're releasing guilt. They're releasing things they've done in the past. They're changing into a new version of themselves. So I want to say something real quick about the 2211. On my posting about my grandmother, she was born October 20th, 1907. So when you add all those numbers up, 10 plus 20 is 30. Plus, let's see, how did I figure that out? 10 plus 20 is 30. 19 and 7. Let's see. Hold on, gotta get my calculator out. Calculator. 10 plus 20 plus 19 plus 7. Okay. Comes up 56, but 1907. So that would be in 11, which is, I believe, a Ascended Master number. And I'm not sure why I wanted to say that, but for some reason I was adding up to 60. 10, 17, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well. I come up with 11. So, not sure why I had to bring that up. So maybe someone's seeing the number 11. We have 2211. Okay, so the third eye chakra. I'm going to read that to you. It's I see. This is the most often talked about of all chakras, and the clairvoyance, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose. It works closely with the throat and crown chakras and will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance the third eye chakra, I recommend that you practice walking, meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra as part of your development, as it's important to remember that they should all be in balance in order to work in unison and harmony. And then the last card we have is 8, Power. So that's a major arcana, and just kind of feel like maybe I should be reading it to you. As a spiritual being, you have unlimited power at your command. This card represents inner strength, willpower, courage, compassion, generosity, and love. At any moment, these beautiful qualities can assist you in coping with adverse conditions in front of you or the many surrounding your life. Set aside the necessary time to resolve such issues. Power represents more than physical external strength. It can also be channeled emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you have balance over mind, body, and soul, and with the power of spirit, anything can be overcome to achieve a positive result. Power and strength can be developed to work in harmony in any given situation. Every obstacle, every error helps build your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. When you make a mistake, it's a chance for you to stop, listen, and ask yourself, what am I supposed to be learning here, and how can I make this situation better? Mistakes are great wake-up calls in that they provide you with opportunities to discover your weaknesses, what needs to be changed, and which areas of your life need improving. Equally, they can be blessings in disguise. Just remember, you are power. And Major Arcana is the Strength card. So this card represents that to me, okay? Because you have the power within you to look at things at a higher level, a higher perspective, and you can see things. Maybe you have inner seeing already, and maybe you have talked about it or been afraid to talk about it, but you see things around you that causes negative impacts. It causes you to have no peace. So you have to. You really have to cut yourself loose from that. You can speak your piece and do it in a loving, kind manner, but you really need to think about who it is that you're sharing information with, who it is that's stabbing you in the back, who it is that isn't a true friend, who's not looking out for your best interest. So a lot of times, I say us who are wanting to see beautiful changes in the world, we fail to recognize, and we keep trying to make people see things they're not ready to see, they're not wanting to see. My situation has been for some reason, I have given people invaluable information that they chose not to move on. And now that they're suffering when they think about it. So, God bless my two brothers who have passed away, and God bless my two brothers who are still here on this earth. My oldest brother has been very good to me, and he's been not judging, he's been patient, he's been kind, he's been generous, loving, caring. My other brother, he has carried the same, but something got broken. And at one point he was trying to tear me down, calling me a loser, saying my life is effed up. And I had to remind him of things about him that he had no idea that I knew about. And I never intended to ever speak about it, but if you attack me, then I have to come back to you with some truth. Yeah, my life was in turmoil. Yeah, I divorced after 16 years. I walked away with nothing. We split everything equally, but there wasn't that much to share. And, my brother promised me that he would give me a job, I could stay with him, he would help me get on my feet, and none of that was real. But I came back here because I wanted to build something with my brother. But I needed time to heal, and I needed him to try to understand. But on his side, he probably thought I just wanted to stay with him and do nothing. But he never wanted to talk about it. And when he did try to talk about it, it was in a harsh way. So he was basically telling me that he wasn't going to help me, and that he had to be, I had to be put under his thumb and do everything that he wanted me to do. And I don't really know. I just know that growing up, we were very close, but all that's gone now. And the story, what I wanted to tell you was, my brother Michael passed away, and my brother Michael and Randy were issues to my brother. And, they have a whole history of years hanging out together and things not going right. And so when Mike died, my brother didn't go. And I actually didn't go either because I was in Hawaii and everything was happening in Northern California. And, I was blessed to be able to have the responsibility to get his burial services all in line with his military duties that he served. So I said my goodbyes from a distance. So when I was still communicating with my other brother, I told him that, he needs to make amends. He claims to be Christian, and he needs to make amends with his other brother. And it was just like put to the side. And I had to call him one day because my brother's wife called me and said that my brother Randy passed away, and that could I notify the family. So I did that, and he was at work, and I said, well, you better sit down, I got something to tell you. And I envisioned him being standing up at his work because that's the way his setup was, and they did have bar stools, sort of. But in my mind, I saw him sit down. He said, "What's up?" And I told him, I said, Randy passed away this morning. And his answer was, I thought I had time. And I said, okay, well, I'm just calling to tell you because Cindy wanted me to call everybody and tell them. So, you know, my brother really, he has a very good side to him. It's just that whenever he's drinking, you know, he likes to smoke a little pot. You know, it's legal here in California, and he likes to sit down and have a few beers. But those two things together for him, they open up a portal for evil entities to come into him. And I myself, I don't engage in smoking marijuana, and I don't do drugs other than the medicines my doctors prescribe me. And if I drink, it's like one beer, or I could have like 3 drinks, but you know, then I just go home and it's all said and done. But I don't want to live my life every day living to get off work to go drink beer or drink liquor. You know, I don't want that as a daily routine. I do that once every couple weeks, once every few months, and you know, just to be social. And I do actually enjoy having a drink here and there, but I don't want to live to drink. I don't want to live to do drugs. I don't want to live to be a harlot. I don't want to live to be a backstabber. I don't want to live to be a betrayer. I don't want to live to hurt others, or I don't want to live to hurt myself. So I'm not sure why I'm telling you all of this, but those were the words I felt guided to speak about. So the next we have the divine feather, and here is the feather, and it's the canary. Okay, it says, step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. The canary is a songbird that is thought to have originally migrated from the Canary Islands. The canary has symbolic ties to musicianship and the power of sound and sound healing. They also have close associates with vocal and speech expression. These birds also signify awakening and heightened sensitivity to the elements. The sensitive nature of canary reminds us to use our own voice to uplift, inspire, and heal rather than to disempower ourselves and others. The message, the beautiful tones of your unique song are now coming together in a new way. Let go of hesitation and step fully into empowered expression. This may be a call to music, sound, healing, speaking your truth, or teaching others. Be aware that what you have to say and how you express it is important. What song are you singing to yourself? Allow Canary to show you the way to bring your voice and expressions forward so that your song can be heard. Stepping into empowered expression is truly accelerated growth. Allow Canary to guide you through. Energies, communication, and sensitivity. The season is all year round. The element is fire and air. The color is yellow or blue. The affirmation, I allow my expression to awaken. I am unique and valued. So once you tell yourself that you are unique and valued, it kind of puts out a message. You know, you kind of have this aura about you that I accept that I'm different. I accept that I'm unique. I appreciate that God made me in this unique way. And I want to let the world know that no matter who comes at me, I'm doing what God wants me to do. God knows that I am not perfect. God knows that I ask for guidance. God knows that I make mistakes. But every day, God is at the forefront of my life. God is love. Love is God. There is only one. Okay. So next I have a card from Nature Spirit, and we have the Freedom Horse. I love that card. Let your spirit fly, do not hold back, break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff, dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Get out of the rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens in joy. Your native spirit wants you to know the horse allows the natives of America and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient peoples. This card shows you to remind you that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase, I should, with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you are certainly able to decide what meaning to give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. The journey, the way you use your body, can change your state. Put on music and dance with wild abandon. As you do so, this sends a powerful message to your subconscious that you are indeed truly free. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the next is your soul purpose. And the affirmation is, the best care is always available to me. I courageously see through the darkness of adversity to make positive changes. Well-being is mine. So, with that said, sometimes we choose the sicknesses that we, by the words we speak. I'm not strong enough to walk on my own. I'm not strong enough to do this work. And I find myself saying some of those things to myself is I haven't worked in a regular job since like 2011. I haven't gone 9 to 5. That's over 10 years. I was self-employed for 2011 to 2019, and we kind of worked as the work came in. So sometimes we worked 12 or 16 hours, and sometimes we didn't work at all. Sometimes we worked 5 hours. Sometimes we worked 8 hours. It wasn't a set routine. Okay. So, well-being is mine. I choose to do better for myself. I choose to eat better. I choose to be more at peace. I choose to exercise my body. I choose to keep my home clean. I choose to do the best care that I can for my dog. I choose better for myself than what I did 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Or, I don't know. I'm 62 this year, so. Anyways, be strong in whatever path you want to take. And choose the positive over negative. And once you get in that mindset, are you going to believe the gossip, or are you going to do your own research, or you're going to say it has nothing to do with me? What stand will you take? Will you say, oh, I've been watching that person, and what you're saying about that person is not true, because I've been watching him or her for a long time now. Are you going to stand up and speak some truth? What exactly is your problem with that person? Why is that person's name always in your mouth? The answer is because that person has certain hidden hurts or feelings, or maybe there's some rejection. Maybe that person made a pass at that person, and the person was like, no, I don't go that way, I don't do that. So it was one of those agendas that, well, I still think I can have her, and I'm still going to project things onto her to make it so that nobody wants her, when really it's really the person who said those things, he or she, however it fits for you. They're the ones that have the issue. Well, you just walk along your merry way and make the best day out of what God has given you. So choose well-being to be yours. And that's in every aspect of your life. Okay, so the front of the card is social worker, clear quartz cluster. Do you have a strong desire to help people cope with their problems and challenges? Be an advocate for members of society that need aid due to their age or their health. A happy and healthy community is imperative for the well-being of all. So a social worker. For me, I've been alone since 2019, and when I got here, I had some turmoil going on, and I finally got my stability, and I got my own place, and I have a car, and I have everything that I need is available to me. I'm a veteran, so as far as my medical and all that, I'm entitled, and they actually have a veterans little clinic, which is in the next town. But everything has been provided to me, and I thank God for that, because only by God's path that I can be here reading for all of you and trying to share some of my life with you to hopefully help someone out there who might be battling those same situations. And I've given people my time, and I've tried to help them, but I find that people begin to need me. That I don't know, it's a very strange thing to be needed in this world. It's kind of burdening, because I want people to find their own way. I want people to understand that my life hasn't been, I'm not one of those who are, what is the saying, a silver spoon fed. I want people to find happiness within them, because they can't rely on someone else to give them the happiness that they're looking for. So, I eventually have to distance myself, because if I feel like they're needing my energy, they're needing my words of hope, they need to speak those words for themselves, and it's self-preservation that I break free, and I let them know that, look, how you feel when you're with me, you need to feel that way with yourself. Whatever it is that I'm offering, I don't know how to say it, whatever time and attention that I'm offering to try to heal a person, they need to find that for themselves. It's like putting out a plate of food. Okay, you put out a plate of food that they love. Okay, They can't expect you to bring that plate of food every day. They have to look at what it took to prepare that plate of food and apply it to their life so they can find enjoyment in life that they are missing right now. Okay, so maybe that wasn't a good way to explain it, but that's the way it came out. Okay, so next we have some cards from the Archangel. Page of Raphael, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. The Page of Raphael is gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. Okay, the Eight of Gabriel. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So with this card, important communication, when you are out and about and if you have an inkling, if you have a feeling, if you have a thought, and suddenly you see 2211, first of all, you could Google Joanne Scribes to find out what meaning it has for you. And then all of a sudden you see these different things happening around you. That is spirit letting you know, hey, you think you're walking this path alone. You're not alone. I'm here with you. Okay. So next we have to the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. The Ace of Michael, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And the next is the Emperor, Archangel Uriel, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. And the last card is King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. Okay, so I told you that I wanted to talk about endangered species. So I actually Googled what are the endangered species. So Saola, okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks like sort of like a deer. Okay, also known as Asian unicorn, is a critically endangered antelope-like bovine nature to the Annamite Mountains of Vietnam. Okay, is actually the world's rarest antelope. Deep in the Annamite mountain range, a rare and most mythical animal roams, the Saola, known as the Asian unicorn. With fewer than 100 individuals left in the wild, this mysterious antelope has become a symbol of both Southeast Asia's rich biodiversity and the dire conservation challenges confronting the region. For those working to save the Saola, preserving this creature is more than a rescue mission. It's a fight to protect one of Earth's most unique ecosystems. The Saola's journey into the scientific world was nothing short of serendipitous. In 1992, research conducting a biodiversity survey in Vietnam's View Quang Nature Reserve found an unusual skull with long, straight unicorn-like horns. This discovery quickly led to the identification of an entire new species that showed us just how little we know about Southeast Asia's hidden aspects. Okay, so it's found in dense, isolated forest of the Annamite Mountains. And it's saying that its rarity and near mythical appearance of its horns have made it an icon of global biodiversity. The region's thick, untouched forests have helped hide this Asian unicorn from view, which adds to its mystique and says a lot about how the nature world still holds wonder. So if you want to read more about that, kind of something interesting. So, and every card that I wrote, it's news to me, okay? It's all new and fresh to me. So let's talk about the angel number. We have the moon, which is 18, which is the 9. We have the Knight of Cups, which we agreed at the beginning that any card would be a 1. And we have the Six of Swords. So, Moon Goddess, the Knight. Let me read these to you real quick. Night energy, twilight, reflected light, illusion, deception, uncertainty, errors, trickery, dishonesty, danger, terror, power of feelings, developments underground, undercover, or in the womb, hidden forces. All right, that's the moon. Next we have the Knight of Cups. Advancing, arriving, coming on board, reception, reconciliation, proposition, invitation, financial opportunity, or windfall, often through a visitor, imagination, vision, and passion. Could be cunning, artifice, fraud. Okay, and then the Six of Swords. Journey, going to warmer or cooler climes. Messenger, kind attention, success after trials, recovery from illness or bereavement. So angel number 916. I think that's a California area code. Okay, let's see. 916. Joanne. Scribes. Number 916 is a blend of the energies and vibrations of number 9 and number 1 and the attributes of number 6. Number 9 is the number of the universal spiritual laws, an expansive viewpoint, and a higher perspective, leading life as a positive example for others, duty and calling, benevolence and altruism, and light working. Number 9 also denotes endings and conclusions. Number 1 relates to independence and uniqueness, motivation, assertiveness, and action, striving forward, a new beginnings, positivity, and achieving success. Number 1 brings a reminder that we create our own reality and encourages us to step out of our comfort zone and step towards new directions and opportunities. Number 6 resonates with home and family, domestic, expressing grace and gratitude, emotional depth, service to others and selflessness, responsibility and reliability, providing for the self and others, care and nurturing, and finding solutions. Angel number 916 encourages you to awaken yourself to the power of unconditional, infinite love and gratitude. Connect to your inner self in the present moment and create balance and harmony within. Be open to all ways and possibilities that the positive things can manifest into your life, and acknowledge and appreciate them when they present. You will feel liberated and lighter once you understand that the only thing holding you back is you. Angel number 916 is brings a message from your angels that your prayers, optimism, and positive affirmations will bring improvements to all conditions and situations in your life. Stay focused in your life's work and soul mission, and you will manifest an abundant supply, and all of your monetary and material needs will be met. Stay positive in attitude and outlook to rapidly manifest positive outcomes and results in your life. Trust that endings and closures in your life will lead to auspicious new opportunities. Number 916 is the message that the angels are helping you to clear away and heal any anxieties concerning and limiting belief patterns in regards to your life purpose and the material and monetary issues in your life. Let go of your fears and allow abundance to freely enter your life. Trust that you deserve good things and accept divine blessings in your life. Okay, so that's the angel number. Now, let's see. I actually have some other cards that I want to go over. All right, so we have the Hermit. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Sun. So the Sun and the Moon came out. And then we have the Justice and the Hierophant. And then we have the Four of Wands. So, when I look at these cards, I think that someone has gone into a hermit mode for self-reflecting, for that diving deep. And I believe this Knight of Swords it's either someone as the obstacle, which I believe that's what it is, but the other side of it could be whoever's gone into the hermit mode is protecting. They're still studying things. They're still taking a gander at what's going on. They haven't developed into a king yet, but they're on their way. So it's either someone, it's either a Knight of Swords who has gone into the Hermit, or it's the Hermit and the Swords are two different people, and the Swords is trying to stop the Hermit from what is right for him. And I say what's right for him because the Justice card comes right after that. And he's probably gone into prayer. You know, this could be on the 5D. These two people are already energetically connected. Something that the Knight of Swords has no inclinations or no proof of. But they both want that union. Okay, so that's how I believe that is. I believe that this Knight of Swords thought that he or she could outdo the Hermit to keep them from what makes them truly happy with the Sun. And the Justice is that these two people come together. And it's already spiritually divined. All right, so I want to read out of the Bible because that is so important. Okay, joy to the redeemed, Isaiah 35. The desert and the parched land will be glad. The wilderness will rejoice and blossom. Like the crocus, it will burst into bloom. It will rejoice greatly and shout for joy. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it, the splendor of Carmel and Sharon. They will see the glory of the Lord, the splendor of our God. Strengthen the feeble hands, steady the knees that give way. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong, do not fear. Your God will come. He will come with vengeance. With divine retribution, he will come to save you. Then will the eyes of the blind be opened, the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then will the lame leap like a deer, and the mute tongue shout for joy. Water will gush forth in the wilderness and the streams in the desert. The burning sand will become a pool. The thirsty ground bubbling springs. In the haunts where jackals once lay, grass and reeds and papyrus will grow, and a highway will be there. It will be called the way of holiness. The unclean will not journey on it. It will be for those who walk in that way. Wicked fools will not go about on it. No lion will be there, nor will any ferocious beast get up on it. They will not be found there, but only the redeemed will walk there, and the ransom of the Lord will return. They will enter Zion with singing. Everlasting joy with crown. Everlasting joy will crown their heads. Gladness and joy will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. So that was Isaiah 35. And let me see. Let me go over the love cards. Love can bring in spiritual wealth, as above, so below. Love can heal your heart. If you feel like someone has hurt you in the past, love yourself more. Connect with God. God is love, love is God. Love can bring in an unbreakable connection. So maybe you've been heartbroken, maybe you've given your love too quick, and people used you for whatever, for your body, for your finances, for your time and attention, your energy. Okay, so you have to release whatever's hurt you in the past and heal from that, so that God can bring in a love that has an unbreakable connection. Love is authentic. Being authentic, loving yourself enough to say, I am who I am, and you could love me or you could hate me. That will dictate, what place you have in my life. You choose it. Do you choose to love me and be in my life, to truly love me and be in my life, or do you choose to hate me? So, I cut the ties right here and there, because I want to be authentic to myself. I want to be true to myself. I want to be the best version of me that God sees me in. Love can change the world. We have it's disparaging. I did a test in 2018, 2019, and I said love is the most powerful force in the world. I left it posted. I marked 100 of my people on my Facebook, and I left it on there for a week. I said, share it if you believe it. Only 22 shared out of 100. So that's a big variance. We need more love in the world. Love can make you hold yourself sacred. When you choose to love yourself, you won't allow people to just have you any way they want. You will choose the right person that is going to love you the way that you love yourself, and you're going to be able to love that person the way they love themselves, without competition, without belittling, without having the upper hand, etc. So, love can make you kind, and love can make you reminisce beautiful days of your past. So that's the end of our reading. God bless you all. If no one has told you that you are loved, I love you. Bye-bye.